Hey, Dan Meyer here, and today I have a special guest for you. Instead of hearing me talk for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to introduce you to the secret to my success. My business partner, someone who's been with me for almost 8 years now, Jennifer Kaliwag, and she's going to talk to you about branding 101, about the importance of having a brand kit and why you need it for your business. If you're going to be making videos that are going to be on YouTube, if you're going to be doing things on TikTok or Instagram, you have to make sure you have a good brand kit. So check out what Jen has to say. Figure out how to get your brand kit started, or if you have one, how to make it even better. And then I'll be back to you at the end of this to talk about what to do next. So without further ado, here is the amazing Jennifer Kaliwag.
Okay, so to start, again, we're going to be talking about branding. As you know, nailing the branding basics is vital for any business, which means as a virtual assistant, it is one of the vital skills that you can learn. So let's start with the basic. This is the boring part, the presentation part. So what is branding? Some people might think that branding is about company logo, color palettes, font style, marketing style, and so on. Although they are one of the most important elements that help businesses to be easily recognized, and that's actually what I'm going to teach you today. But it is important to know that it is not the only meaning of branding. So a brand is how a company, organization, or individual is perceived by those who experience it. So let me give you some example. All right. So what comes to mind when you see this set of famous company logos? So when you see this half-beaten apple, what do you guys think about? So when you see this Apple logo, you immediately think of iPhone and computers and so that's a really good brand recognition right there. You can think of their products over their logo. So that's good. How about Starbucks? You see, I think a company that transformed the coffee experience. So for me, my experience is Starbucks is more than just getting a coffee, right? So I actually, when I'm in one of those Starbucks coffee shop, I actually finish a lot more tasks that I do in a cubicle. The environment itself is it gives you motivation to strive harder, right?
Yeah.
So, and then how about Disney? So this is, when you see Disney logo, you think about the leading family-oriented entertainment company in the world. They have blessed us with a bunch of good movies from when we were kids, as you know, Little Mermaid, and then now that we are older, we actually see really good movies like Infinity Wars. After watching any of Disney produced movies, we kind of actually feel something after watching them. Either we feel sad, we feel happy, because that's what they're good at. They're good at triggering that emotions out of you, and due to that, you can't really stop thinking about the movie. You can't really stop talking about the movie and all that. So that is what's good about Disney. So I think any of us would be thrilled to have a brand as powerful as these three, right? So now, what comes to mind when you see this brand? When I look at this brand, this is what I remember. So as I know that you've heard about this news that the powder that we use as a kid causes cancer, right? So as a consumer, it is very alarming to hear. For me, I used this as a kid. I used this when I was in high school, right? So this is a nightmare for any business to be recognized as a cancer-causing business. And any business will not want to have their brand be recognized as bad as this, right? So what's my point? Branding is about what consumers think about when they see something that represents your company. It is a practice, a process, and a story that companies need to create to make first impressions and long lasting relationships. So, let me give you an example. So, Sonic VA, you know that we have only started in February of this year, although we have been employing employees to work remotely since 2013, but we haven't really promote ourselves, our company, as a VA provider, right? So although we share a bunch of content, helpful content actually, on social media, on all of our social media platforms, then do a bunch of videos, but we haven't really had a strong marketing campaign to promote our business to be a VA provider, right? So how do we get businesses? We get businesses from client referrals. These are referrals from the client we previously served that are really happy with what we did for them. So let's say, for example, Michelle, we did a bunch of video editing and graphic designing for her. The graphic design part is something that she sells online. She was really happy with the service she gotten from us, that she couldn't stop talking about us, right? She has a kind of like a sales school where she teach a bunch of sales representative how to sell product, and then she always referred them to us when they need someone to help them with their business. So I think the brand that we have given or made Michelle feel is a brand that takes care of you. So, having said that, branding involves human emotions, right? How can you create a brand that will make people think, yes, I love that company, I love their VAs, I love working with them, versus no way am I going to support that business. So what does that mean to you as a virtual assistant? How can you help your client get a great brand recognition, help them magnify their vision, their business products and all that? It is by helping them create a consistent brand. Hence, creating a consistent and stunning brand kit is what we're going to talk about today. There are four things that you have to ask from your client before you can start creating a brand kit. So, uh, these are the details from your client that will help you understand their business and help them create a brand that stands out. So, first, you need a short business description of their business. This may include the type of industry they're in. Are they selling a product or a service? Because that information matters in terms of creating a brand for your client. So, for example, your client is selling a sunscreen, a bright shiny yellow to represent their brand. If your client is a health coach, you may want to include green on their brand. So that information is very important to get before you start creating your brand kit, right? So next is their mission. This is the heart of their business, why they have created what they have created, why their business exists. This will help you understand your client's brand voice a lot better. So are they trying to help encourage young women to speak up, or so basically the mission of their business, the heart of their business. This also will help the content creators to find the type of content for this client, the right brand voice for their client. So this is also important to get. And then their business value proposition or unique value proposition. This is an easy to understand reason why a customer should buy a product or service from that particular business. Some clients don't even have that figured out. So as their VA, you can help them by asking questions like, what is your business trying to solve? What is this service going to help your, or how is this service going to help you in your target audience, and how is your business different from your competitors. That would be your selling point, actually. So if you notice some brand, they have taglines. If your client doesn't have one, this is the best information to get from them to create a solid tagline or a selling point, basically. All right. So, and then lastly, you need information about their target audience. Obviously, you need to know who are you creating brand for, right? You're creating brand for your client, but who is your client creating brand for? So are you creating a brand for Gen Z and millennials? So you want a young, feel-looking brand, or are you creating a brand for corporate? So you want more blue, you want more black, you want more basically corporate friendly designs. So that's what is the most important detail that you should get from your client. So now that you have all of these details in place, the first thing that you want to do is to do a research, right? So you need to research other brands in your client's industry to find the ideal look that fits their business. You can compile all of the images or graphics that you love in a mood board. This is an example of a mood board to show to your client if that is what they want their business to look like, right? I would suggest using Pinterest for this. Although you can compile all the graphics and images that you find for your client in a presentation and send it to them. However you think is best to communicate with your client. All right, I'm gonna show you how to create a mood board on Pinterest shortly. So we're gonna go back to that. So once your client decide on their desired look, once they've seen the mood board that you have created and they've seen that a photo actually represents them better, then you can now start creating your brand kit. So we will use Canva for this. Okay, so the boring part is over. We're gonna start creating a brand kit. So I'm gonna use Alana, my other client, as a sample. Um, so this is the brand template that I usually create. Sorry, do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
It's a little windowed, but yes.
Okay. All right. So
There you go.
let me. Okay. There you go. So this is the brand template that I created for most of my clients. So it has logo at the top, color palette, and then fonts, and then the elements that you want to add for your client's brand. This is very simple. Some
Jen?
people, yeah.
Before you go on, I just want to make a point here. So most of our clients don't have this, and some have it really well. There's not a lot of clients in the middle. So if you're lucky and you get a client who's already got all their branding colors, their like the mood board here, everything you're seeing Jen doing, that's great. It's easy. But if they don't have it, we have to kind of
Which most of our clients are, yeah.
right. We have to help them get there, right? So we have to help them figure out how to build this. It's super important. We'll not be successful with clients if we're not able to help them come up with this kind of strategy. So super, super important. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Dan.
sorry, dude. Can I just chime in for one thing really quick?
Sure.
The a really nice touch you did was for the color palette section. You have it in text, the code, but the color choices of the text itself is a pretty decent pairing. That's also a good way to tell color branding is to have a strong color to contrast it for text. A good thing to consider.
Awesome.
There you go.
Thank you,
That's
Ethan.
no problem.
All right. So this is a very simple brand kit. You may see a bunch of brand kit out there that are more complicated, but for me, this actually works. This is very simple, but it actually represents the client brand. It's easy to comprehend. It's not too complicated, and it has all the details that you need to create a graphics, to edit a video. To create a website, right? So this is a good thing to start with. So all right, so I'm going to show you how to create this. So this is the template that I have created. If you guys are interested to get this, let me know so I can send you the link. But we're going to use Alana as a sample, like I said. Let me give you a quick scenario. So let's say Alana is my new client. Alana has a logo. She doesn't want to change that. But she doesn't have anything else other than her logo. So from the conversation that I got from her, I remember the four things that you need to get from her. I figured that her business revolves around energy healing and past life regression, right? So with that information, I will do a quick research. Let me just show you. Let's say, energy healing, and then images. This is just to look at other brand or other competitors in her industry. What are they using? The images they're using, the graphics they're using. So to give me an understanding more of the industry that she's trying to get in. So as you can see on the images, they use a lot of lights, right? That I guess represents the energy. And then the photo or the graphics that catches my attentions are those that has purple on them. See, most of them has purple. So since Alana doesn't want to change her logo, that's actually perfect because her logo is already purple. So I'm gonna go with purple. That's my first thing to consider. So you can save this image if you want, but you can move over to Pinterest. Pinterest has a bunch of okay. So Pinterest has a bunch of images that you can use and choose from. So this is the mood board that I created for Alana. So I'm just gonna click this just so you can see. All right, so these are the photos that I've compiled for her. She can look at it, decide if this is her brand. This is the brand that she wanted her business to look like. So yeah, and then I'm gonna show you how to create this. So on your Pinterest dashboard, okay, so you will click this plus sign button and then click board. And then always remember the title or the name that you're going to put here is important. So make sure that it is or it relates to the brand that you're creating, because Pinterest will give you automatically some suggestions of images that you can use for the brand related to the name that you put in here. So let's say your brand is about healthy green. Say healthy green. Okay. Keep it secret and then create. Okay, so you see Pinterest already have given me so many options here, so many inspiration to choose from. So all you need to do is save what you like, save this, save that, save this, save that, save this, and then hit done. And then you'll see all of those saved photos here on your mood board. So this is basically your mood board. It's important to know that you should add a little bit more images here for your client to choose from, so they have variation. But this is basically what it looks like. So when you're finished and have decided that this is the mood that you want to go for your client's brand, you want to share it with your client by clicking this three-dotted button and hit share and then copy link, and then that link you can just send it through her email or however you speak with your client. So That way she can see this and figure out if this actually represents her brand more, or this, or all of it. So yeah, that will help you really come up with a good concept for your client, right?
Oh,
So
one more thing.
mhm,
If you scroll to the top of the page real quick,
mhm,
see the more ideas button. It brings back that where you type it and it gives you the ideas. This brings that back essentially, so you can use this
mhm,
to kind of keep within that search field.
mhm. Exactly. Thanks,
Yeah,
Ethan.
no problem.
All right. Awesome. And you can also organize this. If you accidentally added something you don't like, you can just
Yeah.
organize and then click this and delete. There you go. All right. So that's cool. So that's something to keep in mind at the back of your head.
Hey, Dan Meyer, and I'm back here. We're going to stop this right here. We're going to do a part 2 of Branding 101 that will drop tomorrow. So if you have any comments, please drop them below, or make sure you subscribe to our page. Also, if you want to learn how to use one of our VAs to build a brand for you, to build your brand kit to help with your marketing, you can go to sonicva.com. If you want to check out our new video editing package, it's sonicva.com/video. And basically, we can help you take what you do and brand it in a way that will give it so much more consistency, build so much more clarity for your clients, and really, really connect with them. So go ahead and reach out to us. And then if you like this video, please come back tomorrow for part 2. Thanks a lot, and go out and have a great day.